Alright guys, so we are recording now finally. On today's YouTube video, we're just going to be talking about imposters. I know I said I was going to keep you guys up to date. We bought in imposters on the mint date around $3,000. Currently, we got imposters sitting at 3.45. It went up to its all-time high right here, as you can see. You know, it's trading at an average of 3.6. So we still got sales at 3.6. We had a sale at 4.3, but 3.6 is actually 10,000 and $800. So you can see it's way over 2x from the 3,000 that we put in. So if you go over to imposters, it's not live yet, but it's going to be going live today at some time. The people in Neo Tokyo might be able to figure out when it drops first, just because Elio kind of talks to them first. You know, that's kind of like his backbone, the supporters, and the super farm Genesis holders. But when it does go live, it'll be on this page where you just click the drop down. You're going to click my items. It'll take you here. Whatever imposters you have, you'll actually click on them and you can decide what you want to stake, right? But this is what we're going to talk about in this video, because today is going to be the first day of staking, right? So before with staking, we were kind of confused, or I was kind of confused on was it going to be a 7-day lock period just for the 90 days, or was it going to be a lock period for all the staking? So there's going to be lock periods for all the staking, right? And there's also going to be a time window that you guys are going to have to get in. So before we go into the time window, right, we're just going to talk about the blood token. The blood token is an ERC token, so you can just think of it as the ape token, right? You can think it as the banana token for the Kongs, or you can think about it as bytes for Neo Tokyo, right? The main difference that Elio and the imposters team is doing on this ERC20 token drop is they're actually making it a fair launch. So that means that the only way that you're going to actually be able to earn the blood token is if you stake one of these Genesis imposters, right, that you can buy right now on OpenSea, and that we bought from mint or close to mint date, right? Then you actually have to play the game. So obviously the game is not live yet. The game is finished, right? But the game is not live. They want to have an open beta and make sure they have all the bugs fixed before they allow you know, the public to come in and play. When imposters does go live, you won't need an imposter from OpenSea to actually play. So that's something cool that a lot of people don't know about. We just want to cover some of the stuff that the blood token is used for, right? Because a lot of people don't know what the blood token is going to be used for. Some people think it's just a currency, but they already have a lot of utility behind this. So you're going to be able to use it to mint NFT characters, right? The NFT characters that you'll be minting will either be a UFO or a battle pet. The information on the UFOs and the battle pets aren't 100% released yet, right? We just know that you'll be able to battle with the battle pets and you'll be able to race with the UFO racers. Now, if those will be its own game, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure that when you do these races and do these battles, it'll probably be something you click on and it'll generate results, right? But you also get in-game cosmetic mints, right? UFO crafting upgrades, we just talked about that. The UFOs, the pets are going to be able to breed and train. So that's pretty big, because if they're breeding, that means that's another NFT that you guys could hold or sell or maybe flip. But you can also upgrade, right? So the training and the upgrade for these UFOs makes the UFOs and the pets seem like they'll be able to level up. So I don't know if that's going to, you know, have something to do with the rarity or not. But that's definitely going to have a difference on the price as far as the floor. And then the final last thing, which a lot of people are not talking about because it's at the end of the roadmap, is going to be the land minting and leveling up. To my knowledge, the land was really just more of a cosmetic thing that's separated from the actual game, that you can just walk around and be social in, right? It's not really going to be a lot of utility for the land as far as right now is what we know. So we got this little graphic here on the roadmap that breaks that down. But since we broke that down to you guys already, let's go ahead and just skip towards the staking. All right, and we're in here too on Book of Resale, so we got some people in here with us. They're gonna be asking questions too. They have a question towards the end. But this is the real thing that we really want to talk about on this video, and the whole reason why we're doing this call is because of the blood token breakdown, right? So for the full season, right, which is basically the roadmap, if you stay from the beginning to the end, which is the end is right when they do the beta release for the imposters game, right? Because this is a NFT game. You're gonna need 10,600 blood exactly, right? So we're gonna write that down. Let's see if we can bring up a notepad or some type of notepad. Or what's that scribble thing that you can scribble on? I forgot what that's called. But we're just gonna put 10,600. Right, 10,600. So you have these 4 pools that you can choose from. The first one is flex. The next one is 30 days. The next one is 60 days. The next one is 90 days. So if you're flex, the basic, which is 100, you'll just get 100 blood tokens per day. If you get the max one, which is 90 days, you get a 50% boost, which gives you 150 blood per day. Right, so we're just going to go ahead and I don't think they already have the conversion as far as how much blood you get, which I thought was kind of weird that they didn't put that on the roadmap. I mean, obviously, they have it here, so you can just do the calculation. But we're going to do the calculation here, and we're going to try to figure out which one is going to be better for us as far as ROI, right? So just at first glance, Elio and a lot of other people are pushing 90 days for the 50% boost, which gives you 150 blood, right? But as we know, NFTs are real volatile. So 90 days in NFTs is a long time, guys. It's a long time. I really feel like a 90-day lockup is really like 180 days, right? That's what it's going to feel like in the NFT space. But you do get that 50% boost. Then the flex, you obviously you're earning the bare minimum, and I think when we add it up here as far as earning the total airdrops and the total items that you'll get before the game releases, you need 10,600. I don't think you get that with just doing flex. So let's just pull out the calculator real quick and do 90 times 150, right? And we're gonna write this down for y'all. So that's 13,500. So for the full roadmap, you need 10,600. So if you do the 90 days, you automatically get that, right? If we do 60 times 130, if you do 130, you don't make it, you get 7,800, right? You're just short of the full roadmap. So if you do 7,800, I'm guessing, say this, I think you're probably only missing the 4. No, you're not even missing 4. You're missing 2, 8, 2,200 blood. So what in here would you miss? So if you did the 60-day lockup, you would miss the land, but you would get everything else up to week 10. And if we do the 30-day lockup, which is going to be 30 times 115, you're going to get 3,450, right? So that gives you right after week 6, I think you'll only be able to get the UFO and the pet. Let's just go ahead and add that up real quick. 1,800. Ooh, so that doesn't even give you the UFO and the pet if you do the 30-day lockup. If you do the 30-day lockup, at the end of the 30 days, you only have enough for the UFO release, right? But even with that being said, right, a lot of people aren't going to start this the first day of staking for whatever reason, right? So we have to keep that in mind. And then we also have to keep in mind these staking deadlines that people are not talking about and that our people are confused on. So like I said, you got 4 pools you can choose from. He's not forcing anyone to pick a specific pool, but if you decide to not pick any pool, you're automatically placed in the flex pool, right? Which is the lowest pool with no boost for 100 blood a day, right? So on minimum, every imposter should be making 100 a day, right? And that's only if you decide to stake. If you don't stake, you'll be making 0. So you still have to click that option, right? I was making it seem like you guys just automatically get that. You don't automatically get this. You have to stake to get this. These are not auto staked for you. But back to the deadline. So we got the deadline on June 20th for the 30-day. Let's see, it's now April 14th, May, June. Okay, so that's easily that easily gives you until the 14th of next month if you do 30. Right, so you'll still be able to lock up for 30 days. You could actually lock up for 30 days and go into the 60-day after you lock up for 30 days, in case you were worried about the floor and not have to trip about actually making the total blood for the 10,000, right? Because if we do 30 days, we get 3,450. Let's see when this land drops. This land is on here somewhere. But right now, it's just looking like anybody who's doing the flex, if you want to hold this long term, right? Flex is just not the option to go for you guys. Flex is not going to be it. If you're going to hold this for more than a month, just don't even do flex. You're kind of just wasting your time. If you know you bought in to exit at like 1 or 2 ETH profit, definitely just go ahead and pick flex and get out. But if you're gonna hold for over 30 days, I don't suggest anybody doing flex. Let's just go back to the chat real quick and see, is that making sense to y'all? I don't think we skipped over anything here. Let's see. I know for sure to be, another thing too, for the land drop, you actually have to hold all of these items. So you have to have the UFO, you have to have the pet, right? And you have to still have your imposter to receive these seasonal items. The week 8 and week 10, the chest releases were kind of confusing. They make the chest seem like lottery random boxes, but I don't think these chests are required to actually obtain the land. But you do 100% need the UFO, and you do need the pet, and you do need your imposter. So just keep that in mind if you do want to get the land plot. And as you see, he made the land plot worth 4,000 blood. So the land plot is obviously going to be worth more than these airdrops as far as the floor price goes. But that's not until the end of the season. We got any questions in the BOA chat? Why people are still here? Let's see how much time that was. Yeah, that was only 13 minutes, so we're doing pretty good right now. He has some stuff in here about the UFOs. We're not gonna really cover UFOs in this video. We want to just cover staking. And he also has the land in here. And he says again, you need the Genesis alien, the UFO, and the pet. So if you guys are staking, over 30 days, right, you'll have enough for the pet and the UFO once your staking time period is done, right? But like I said, you could also do the 30 days, let the 30 days pass, see what the floor is looking like. If it's something that you feel like you need to let go, and maybe invest somewhere else, you can do that. Or you can just hop into the 60-day pool. For you guys who do have multiple, if you have multiple, anything past one, I would obviously do 90 days for one of them. The other ones would be up to you. But if you do only have one imposter, I would not suggest anyone do a 90-day lockup. But I also wouldn't suggest you do flex unless you're just really, like over invested as far as imposters go when you buy in, whatever floor price you buy. Let's see if they got some gas optimization. But yeah, man, we're gonna we don't have any questions in the VOA chat. Nobody confused. Everybody knows what's going on. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. We're waiting for Elio to actually make this live. We'll just go ahead and show this since we got some extra time.
So check it out. Here, once we're on the staking page here on the imposters.gg website, you'll be able to stake into.
So right here is just showing you guys what the staking is actually going to look like once it's live. A little laggy since this is coming from Twitter. But yeah, man, I think I'm going to go ahead and choose the 30-day lockup now. I was going to actually choose the 60-day lockup. But after reading the white paper and seeing that we can go from the 30-day to the 60-day without being locked out, I'm going to do the 30-day to the 60-day. If for some reason I end up not being able to stake again for 60 days after I stake for 30 days, I'll probably just stake for 30 days again. But in my experience, you never want to have an NFT locked up, especially in these games, for that amount of time, because anything can happen in the space. Anything can happen to crypto coins. They can have a flash crash, and you have an NFT locked up that just lost 50% of its value, and now you can't even list it, right? So that was it for this video. Overall, I do see imposters doing pretty good. I think the floor price really stayed the same while we were here. We had some bigger 4 ETH sales. But yeah, man, we've been watching this chart and everything else. Everything seems to be doing pretty good. If this imposter blood token drop is, that's another thing I want to talk about. If this imposter blood token is worth at least $1 when it releases, which is not crazy for its ecosystem, because the super token. All right, let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick. We're going to type in super. So the super farm token itself, super farm token is actually at 61 cents, right? So even if the blood token is at 50 cents and you're making 100 blood a day, that's still very good for passive income. Some of these people might not use their blood to actually mint stuff. Some people might just sell their blood. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But we're out. That's the end of the video. I think that was only like 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to ask one more time if we got some more questions so we can get the questions on the video. Help people out in case they have the same questions. If not, we're going to go ahead and end the video. But peace.